Good morning. My name is Darrell Cox. I'm a member of the Coles County Board and I currently serve as chairman. I also served 28 years as a deputy sheriff and another 8 years as sheriff of this county. Last week, my friends Mike and Gil Clayton were killed in a motor vehicle accident. Also severely injured were my friends Rick and Connie Goebel. My friendship with Mike extended beyond our service to the county. Mike and Gail were great friends, and Mike was a great board member. Mike always came prepared when attending committee meetings and board meetings. He asked good questions, and he always did his homework before casting his vote. Mike did a great job representing the citizens in his district and the people of Coles County. And I know I speak for all the board members who are scattered around the room here when I say we respected Mike Clayton and we will miss him dearly. It will be my job to replace Mike Clayton on the board, and those will certainly be big shoes to fill. Normally, I would turn this over to some of the other board members to make comments, but I have something else I need to say. And I did write this down, so excuse me while I get my notes, because I was told if I get off script, I might get in trouble. What I'm getting ready to say doesn't have anything to do with politics. I'm not running for re-election, and I don't want to politicize the death of my friends, but I've been silent for too long. I didn't say anything when the Illinois legislature passed and Governor Pritzker signed into law the Trust Act, forbidding local law enforcement to communicate with ICE and Homeland Security, and forbidding local law enforcement from honoring ICE detainers. I didn't say anything when Illinois became a sanctuary state. I didn't say anything when last month an undocumented immigrant criminal killed Katie Abraham and her friend in a hit-and-run car accident in Champaign. I didn't say anything back in August when an illegal criminal immigrant killed a 61-year-old woman in northern Illinois in a head-on collision. And I didn't say anything when our governor called my fellow police officers jackbooted thugs and referred to them as the Gestapo. Somebody has to stand up for the citizens of this county and the people of Illinois, and today it's me. Yesterday it was reported by the Illinois State Police, and I can't pronounce this guy's name, Pacquiao Miza, was charged with reckless homicide and 2 counts of aggravated DUI along with a slew of lesser traffic charges. But I'm going to say what the Illinois State Police didn't say. Mike and Gail Clayton were killed by a driver that was in this country illegally. He is a criminal, illegal immigrant, and I make no excuse for calling them criminals. When a person enters this country illegally, by simple definition, they have broken our immigration laws and they are criminals. I'm not against immigration. I'm against illegal immigration.
Yes, that's right.
I have a duty to provide for the safety of the residents of this county. And I'm not blaming our governor for what happened last week. But it's time for him to stand up and be a champion for the people of Illinois. Let it be known that right here in this boardroom, where Mike Clayton served as a county board member, I'm calling on our governor and his legislature to reverse course and repeal the Trust Act. It's time to start protecting our citizens from these criminals. Illinois is a sanctuary state, and we have proof that it's killing our citizens. It's time to do the right thing and put our Illinois citizens first. It's time to stop calling our law enforcement officers jackbooted thugs and comparing them to the Gestapo. As a former sheriff, our governor owes the men and women of law enforcement an apology for those reckless statements. It's time to take the handcuffs off our law enforcement officers. All law enforcement agencies, state, local, and federal, should be able to share information, and it's time that Illinois recognize ICE detainers. I'm also going to challenge our local law enforcement leaders to put safety of our county residents first, cooperate with ICE, and honor ICE detainers. Your oath of office should stand for something. It's time to do the right thing, and it's time to stop this madness. My friends Mike and Darrell Clayton are dead because of broken immigration policies. Governor, how many more Mike and Darrell Claytons must be killed before you take action? It's time to put Illinois citizens first. I'm not going to take any questions. I'm kind of emotional right now, especially after seeing this, so I'll turn this over. I know that board member Tad Friesen wants to say something. I want to thank you for coming out today. I don't know how, I'm assuming some of you found out on Facebook. I did post something, and I really appreciate you coming here and supporting me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here today. My name is Tad Friesen. I'm the Vice Chairman of the County Board. I also spent over 32 years in law enforcement. I know firsthand how some of these reckless policies can affect each and every one of us. I know I speak for the entire County Board when I say Mike Clayton and his influence on matters that concern Coles County will be missed. Mike was quick to smile, quick to laugh, always open for different ideas and opinions. As a board member, Mike did his research, he stayed informed, and he was truly an asset to Coles County. Mike Clayton was my friend. Mike and his wife, Gail, who was his biggest fan, she always seemed to have a nice word. And I always enjoyed chatting with her at the farmer's market when I ran into her in town and out and about. Mike and Gail were active in their community. They paid their taxes, they followed the law, and they tried to have a positive influence on everyone around them. Mike and Gail were taken from us last Friday by an undocumented criminal. An undocumented criminal that didn't pay taxes, he didn't follow the law, and he could care less about the people around him. An undocumented criminal without a driver's license or insurance, operating a motor vehicle illegally, both under the influence of alcohol and drugs. An undocumented criminal that not only killed Mike Clayton, but put two other occupants, Rick and Connie Goebel, in intensive care. An undocumented criminal with a long history of criminal activity in the United States that should have been deported a long time ago. The worst part of this tragedy is I think it could have been avoided if it wasn't for the failed actions of J.B. Pritzker and his administration.
Absolutely. Yes.
Instead of assisting ICE agents in Illinois and law enforcement officers in accepting the much-needed help from President Donald Trump, Mr. Pritzker continues to fight against what's right. Governor Pritzker pretends that ICE agents are out doing harm to good, innocent, tax-paying citizens, and that's simply not true, and we know it.
Yes.
Unfortunately for Coles County, this last week, that stupid false narrative has dropped right in our lap. An undocumented criminal took the lives of two wonderful people. It is past time for people in Illinois to stand up and take a stand. Stand up for what's right, stand up for the Constitution, and stand up for the laws of this land. We ask for the public's respect as we mourn the loss of the Claytons, and we lean into the promises made to us by our Savior, Lord Jesus Christ. We'll continue to lift their families up in prayer and try to fill the void that Mr. Clayton has left on this county board. I thank you all for attending. I also will not take any questions, and I'll turn it over to any other board member that wishes to speak. Thank you.
Hi folks, my name is Rick Shook. I'm on the county board, District 8 in Mattoon. I've only known Mike for three or 4 years or so. This is my 12th year on the county board, and I ran into a lot of very nice people on the board, and Mike was definitely one of them. Mike was an amazing man, very, very smart, intelligent, patient, and the whole works. It's a darn shame for what happened. You know, I've had several people come up to me just recently and said, well, you know, Mr. Shook, you know, it probably wouldn't have happened if he wouldn't have been drunk or something like that. No. He shouldn't have been in this country. That's the bottom line. And I'm tired of this bullshit. You know, we got a lot of people around this area not even supposed to be in here, in this county, in this country, in the whole works. Go around some of these, and I'm not picking on people that own restaurants at all. We got a lot of people in these restaurants that come in here and they're working, can't speak English, don't know anything, they're not even supposed to be here. But everybody just seems like, you know, they just turn their head, you know, well, they're here and we can't do much about it. Yeah, we can. Just like the chairman said, it's time for our local government, and also our police officers, especially Mattoon Chief Police, Charleston Chief Police, even our sheriff. And I like them all, but they got to step up. Let's get these bastards out of here. And Mike never would have happened. And it's going to be tough for a while for a lot of folks on the county board, but we'll get by and all that. But just the bottom line, he shouldn't have been in this country. And there's too many of them around here, and I'm tired of it. Rick Shook, District 8, Mattoon, Coles County Board, and I'm going to try to do something about it.
Yeah.
I just want to say I appreciate you folks' kindness for coming here, showing your heart. Really means a lot. You know, as a board member for the past 12 years, we've had a lot of bad meetings. We've took a hell of a beating in a lot of different areas. But it's nice to see you folks here with your huge, huge heart and your kindness to show up and to put the county board and obviously Mike's family and all the folks that's going to miss him. I just want to say I thank you folks, and you folks take care, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Anybody else like?
I'm Nancy Purdy. I represent Mattoon District 7 on the county board. I've been on the county board since 2012. And I just want to say it has been a pleasure to have known Mike. I appreciate him for the knowledge that he had, for the awareness of this county that he brought to this board. And I feel like I learned a lot from him, and I appreciate his good nature. But one of the other things I appreciate about him was all of the wonderful things he would say about his wife, Gail. It was obvious that he respected her, that they had a wonderful relationship, and I think that kind of helped me to know him better and showed the character of the man. And I just want to say, thank you, Mike, for being on the board, and we are going to miss you.
I'm Mike Watts, District 3 County Board. I went with Mike for working on the board and his mother for working at Eastern, but it was a pleasure to get to know him over the past 3 years. And what I got to say about Mike is he was one of the most considerate people I've ever known. We had some good discussions, as been noted. He asked good questions, I came prepared, but he was always willing to listen to you and talk through things. And I'm on the other side of the aisle, but I'd say 98% of the time we came to the same conclusion. But those cases where we didn't, we always came to an understanding. And that came from him respecting what I had to say and me respecting what he had to say. And I really appreciate that, and I think that's something that we all need to look for more of, given the situation of the world as it is right now.
Zimmerman. I serve for Charleston, District 12. I haven't known Mike a long time. I had the pleasure of meeting Gail at the farmer's market, and I thought I was just gonna buy a few vegetables, and I came home with 3 weeks worth of vegetables to feed my family. They were definitely good people. Mike was an honest, decent man, and this is obviously a really hard situation for everybody, and Coles County lost a really good couple, for sure. And the only thing that I can recommend is, while everybody's angry, to try to put Coles County, your community, children, try to do good deeds too, because sometimes that helps the heart. And so my children and I have some things that we'll be doing in the community, just in remembrance of him and his wife, and they were beautiful, and we'll be really sad. He was a pleasure to work with, and he deserves respect.
My name is Bob Bennett, member of the County Board, District 11. And I got to know Mike as he joined the board with us, and he was an easy person to become friends with. And he did introduce me to his wife again at the farmer's market, and what great folks to get to know. And I can certainly validate everything that's been said today. Mike's been an easy guy to get to know and did serve the county in an honorable way.
David Johnson, District 9, Charleston. Served on the Rules Committee with Mike. Only served on that committee with him since the beginning of this year, and I've got to say, out of everybody on this board, and I like just about all of you, Bob, is probably the kindest person I've met. One of the most genuine, straightforward guys that I've ever had a conversation with when you came into anything. And I find the most heartbreaking part about all of this is Mike always voted for what he thought was best for the county, not necessarily what was his personal opinion. And a couple of those votes, he voted what he thought was best for the county was because it was the law, not because of what he wanted. And it just seems so tragic that what cost him his life was our governor ignoring the federal law and abandoning that, allowing this to happen, and allowing people to be here and drive cars when they shouldn't be. And it cost these two people everything, and cost this county an integral part of our board. Mike will be missed. I'll miss him, and I'm sure everybody up here will miss him as much or more than I do. Thanks.
I'm John Doty from the northwest side of the county. Mike was from the southeast side of the county. When Mike sat between me and Bob, he pulled both of us up. I'd just like to echo what Chairman Cox and Co-Chairman Friesland had to say. He was very astute. He studied his lesson. He was a great person for the county.
Be brief in closing. Should all pray for Rick and Connie Goebel's recovery. Chris, you're here, and I didn't think you would be. Thank you. May God bless the Clayton family during this trying time. Thank you.